Welcome to lesson 20. Go grab your journal and something to write with. And then you need the yardstick. Okay? This is the yardstick. If you look on it, it has inches. Wait a second. There we go. Inches all the way up to 36. Okay, now there's 35 written. And then 36 is covered because it has this thing on it. Okay? There's 36 inches in a yard. Go get the yardstick. The yardstick. And you need this. This is a foot. We call it a foot. Can you go get one of these too? Okay, and then come back. Okay, in your journals, can you write lesson 20? Write lesson 20. Okay, now what we're going to talk about today is when you measure things, there's two different it's units of measurement. Two different things that we use to measure things, okay? It's yards and meters. Yards and meters. Okay? Today we're going to do the yards, okay? So, this is a yardstick. Can you write down on here, write down yardstick. How many inches are in the yardstick? Can you remember? Has 35 written on here, but then there's one more. So how many inches? These are inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are inches. So in this yardstick, how many inches are there? A yardstick equals 36 inches. That's a yard. Can you write that down? Okay. What was this called? Can you remember? A foot, right? How many inches are in a foot? Look on the side here. It says inch. Inch. How many inches are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is a foot. And how many inches are in a foot? 12. So write foot equals 12 inches. Pause me and write that down. Okay, this is a tricky one. How many feet are in a yard? How many of these are in here? 1. You put it on there, 1. Then you put your finger there. 2. Then you put your finger there. 3. Exactly 3. So, 3 feet equals 1 yard. Okay, let's practice measuring something, okay? I need you to go get a different pen or pencil. Can you go get a different one from the one you're using and come back? Okay, if we're gonna measure this, what do we want to use? Can we use the yardstick? Sure, but what's easier? The ruler. The ruler is easier, right? Grab your ruler. Now, make sure that you're looking at inches. Okay, it says inch on there. Inch. Make sure you're looking at that side. Inch. The other side is the meter side that we're going to do in our next lesson. But we're looking at inches. Okay, let's measure it. Where do we put our thing? Do we put it over here by the 12? No. Do we put it in the middle? No. We put it right on the edge, right? You can see that line. Okay. When I measure mine, it is about 6 because it goes past the 6 and then about a half more. So what I measured, my marker is 6.5 inches. I want you to write down what yours is. What is it closest to in the inches? Okay, now, if your marker, see, look, my marker, it's not to 7, right? So I'm not going to put that it's 7, but it's about 7. But it's closer to 6.5 inches. Okay? All right. Now, can you go get a popsicle stick? Go grab a popsicle stick. Okay, let's put it on there. Let's measure our popsicle stick. Ooh. So it's just a little bit after the 4, isn't it? I think it's closer to 4. Is it 4 1/4 or 4 1/2? What do you think? I think it's really close to 4 1/2. So in our journal, we're going to write popsicle stick. 4 1/2 inches. Okay, here's your task. You are going to go around the room and you are going to measure 10 things with your ruler. Okay? 10 things. And you got to write down what they are so you know what they are. Like how we wrote down marker. And remember, we're measuring in inches. So like marker, 6.5 inches. Popsicle stick, 4 1/2 inches. Okay? You're going to go do that 10 things with your ruler. So if you're measuring with your ruler, these are going to be smaller things, right? An eraser or a little whiteboard or a boogie board. Okay, the smaller things. Okay? So on your next piece of paper in your journal, can you write down, you're going to write this down. Measure 10 things with ruler. Pause me if you need to. And you're going to write those down, okay? On this paper, however many papers you need. Then guess what you're going to do? Measure 10 things with the yardstick. Now, if you can go outside, I'd like you to go outside and measure 10 things outside with this yardstick. So this can be bigger things, right? You can measure really big things with this yardstick, can't you? You could measure a big door or, really big things. Now, here's the key with this yardstick. You can write, so for example, if I were to measure this door, I want you to watch how I do this. If I were to measure this door, I'd come down to the bottom, 1 yard. Here's 1 yard, okay? Let me set this down so that you can see. Okay, this you don't have to measure in inches. You can, but you can do it in yards. So watch this. If I go, I'm going to measure this door. There's 1 yard. This is from the bottom of the door to the top of the door. I put my finger there. Then I bring it up. 2 yards, okay? And it goes all the way up to here. I've still got a little bit of the door left, right? So we had 1 full yard. This is 2 yards. Now I'm gonna put my finger there, bring it all the way up and measure to the top of that door to my finger, and 10 inches. So that door, I gotta do it again, I remember. So it's down here, 1 yard, 2 yards. Okay, so it was 2 yards and 10 inches. So I would write down door. 2 yards and 10 inches. Because we're gonna measure 10 things with a yard stick. Okay? So, you have written down in your journal, measure 10 things with a ruler. These are smaller things, most likely inside. If you want to go outside, you can, but they've got to be smaller things. Then, you're going to measure 10 things with a yardstick, and you'll write them down. So there's my first thing. So the first thing that I measured was a door, number 1. Okay? So 10 things with your ruler, 10 things with your yardstick. Remember, we're in inches. Okay, we're measuring with inches. Okay, have so much fun. Have someone check your work when you're done.